Yeah, guys, very good afternoon to all of you. We are going to talk about here the Power BI DAX. There is a email which I received from one of you, and I will upload this video in the Power BI and DAX English playlist. So on this channel, you'll find almost 70 playlists. Any playlist which has a Hindi title, that's basically for Hindi viewers, and a title which has English, that's for English viewers. Okay, so I welcome you, all of you. After a long time, I'm uploading this video in English. So I have received this the concern from one of the students. It's very interesting, actually. Let me take you to the Power BI. Please understand the question. Now, this is the dummy data. Obviously, I have prepared. Now, subscriber says that he's trying to find out the top two numbers, the top two commissions. He want to basically check the sum of top two commissions here. Now, in this data, as you can see, I have here $1,600, right? So this is basically the top two items. So obviously, I want here a number called 1600. Okay. So my subscriber is trying to use a formula, and that formula I'll show you because he said that I want the solution, but at the same time I also want that what is wrong in my formula, and I saw his formula, so I'm going to build that first of all. Okay, now before we start this, if you know the top n function, we are going to use the top n in this there's a top n, there's a the DAX, the top n. So that what it does, it basically returns the top items from your data, and you can get that in the ascending order or in the descending order. Okay, before I go further, I want to give you additional bonus, a new feature in the Power BI. At least to me, it's a I just learned it. Whenever you work on the Power BI page, and if you want by default, all the visualizations should have a border, because I'm very fond of border. Or maybe you want to set up the some the what you call style, or maybe the size, so that you don't have to do it for every visualization. What you can do is you can go in the view section here, and in the view section here there's an option called customize this current theme. Click there. When you click on the customize current theme, you will have here the page. Here you can choose the colors whatever you want. I simply go in the text and I say that in the text I want a font, let's say 14. Okay, and then you can see the cards and the KPIs, everything. You just go and click and go and change that. By default, this will be implemented on your the BI. Okay, so again, let's say I go in the border and I say I want a border. Okay, so this is what I need right now. Just say apply. Now whenever you drag any sort of visualization, let's say let me drag this table over here, you see that my table has now a header. Okay, if I drag something here, maybe let's say this, the commission, you see that the font is actually now the same. This I manually did, but this is coming by default. Okay, so you can do this, it's very useful. All right, so now first of all, it's a very good question, so I don't want to wrap up this session in hurry. I like to go and explain you first of all what is the issue. So we want to find out the top end. So what is happening here is the DAX which my subscriber was making. I'll first of all write that the DAX. Okay, so let's go in this new machine. And yes, this the top end which I want is that the top two, basically top two commissions. I want to have a total, the top two commission total. This should be from a person. Let's say Eric. Okay, so basically I want to sum the total of Eric. Okay, so if Eric is coming here, let's say maybe 4 times, then I want to get the Eric commission. And in the Eric, let's say we have 4 values. Eric is given commission 4 times, so we want to find out the top two Eric commissions, and then we want to add it. You're getting the point? This is the thing. Okay, I hope I have explained the situation. So as you can see here that like I have here Eric 40, and I have Eric here 300 times, right? $300. So I have got here Eric only twice, which is okay, no problem. Later we will add one more Eric and we will see if the function is working or not. So what the subscriber is doing, he's using actually here the sumX function, and I'll tell you that what is wrong in that function. So he's saying that, so this is let's say your question, this is his formula. Okay, so he's writing the sum x here. Okay, now in the sum x, so first of all we have a top n function. I hope you know that in the top n you can provide the numbers, the top values. Now in this case I need top two values, right? So I go and write the top two values. Then you go and provide the table name. In our case it's table 1, the name. And then you go and provide the order by expression, which is ascending or descending. Okay, so you can write ascending or descending. Okay, like this. Because if you want the bottom, then obviously you have to sort the data in ascending order. So we need the top, the highest ones, so that's why the table will go and get sorted like this. Okay, and then sorry about that, this is basically the order by expression. Ascending descending will come here. Order by expression means that you want to order it by what, so obviously I want to order this by commission. Okay, that's why I was wondering that why the ascending and the descending is not coming. Okay, so you have to go and put this as a descending, okay, this way. Right, now when you close this, what happens, this function, the top n function, what it does, it returns a given number of top rows. Remember, top n returns a table. It is not going to do any calculation. For calculation you have to put this function inside your sum function, which can do the calculation, like maybe sum x or maybe anything else, you know. So in this case, first you have, so what you're doing actually, subscriber, I'll just now come back here. He's using the sum x, because in sum x we have a criteria, like, you know, you can put the table here and you can put the expression. So in the expression, what do you want to sum? So I want to sum commission, so I can write the commission. So in the table, what he's doing is that he's saying that I want to uh, see the filter. He's using the filter table here. Okay, because if you just go and write the table, if you just go and write here top n, you know what happens, the top n will return the top values from the entire table. But we have a criteria here. We don't want the top values from the entire table, because in that, if you sort the top from the entire table, then you may have some other people coming on the top. We have a specific situation that we want the top two commission earned by Eric, right? So that's why what he's doing, he thought that this would be the right approach, and I don't blame him. I mean, of course, we all can think in that way. The approach is right. You go and put the filter here, and in the table now, because filter gives us the filter expression also. Now what he's doing is he's saying that, okay, I'm gonna get my table, so now I will go and use the top n, right? I want two values from the top, so I go and work on it like this. I provide the table 1, and then I want the commission, which is my expression. So you provide the table 1 commission, and then he is going to sort the data in the descending order so that we can have the highest two numbers, right? And then obviously we have to close this, right, because we are done. Now this filter expression, this is why he's using filter, because in the expression he can say that, you know, the name is going to be equals to Eric, and that makes sense also, right? So this is what he's doing, and then I close the formula, and then I put the expression here. In the expression I go and write the commission, which is fine. Now when you enter this, maybe you, like, when I initially looked at this formula, I think I was like, you know, yeah, the formula looks good to me, it's correct, right? So the moment I press enter, the formula is not going to give you the error. This DAX is not going to give the error. You see, this is my DAX. Okay, I just go and drag it here, right? So it has some value. Let's go and check the value. Okay, so you see that it's basically returning me a blank, right? So you have to understand, he was getting some value. I am getting blank, but I know why I'm getting blank, and I am going to explain it from that point also, that why he was getting a value. It was a wrong value. You see, you will never get the value in this way. What is the reason? Look at the formula carefully. Okay, see this, everybody. When you are trying to say that I want a table which should give me the ARIC results, right? Actually what is happening, this top n, before it even looks at the ARIC parameter, it goes and gives you the gives you back the two top values from your data, and those top two values does not have the Eric. That's the problem now. Okay, see this. It's a great question. I'm gonna put here a table. See this. I'm not gonna leave you like that. I'll explain it properly. It's a wonderful question. You have a table here. Okay. Now I put the commission here. Okay. Though I have a table here also, but that's fine. I put the commission here and I go and put the name here. Okay. Now tell me one thing. So I just go and change these values here. You see that I have the value in. Now the moment you are saying I want the top two values in the descending order, so what happens if you go and click on this is your descending order, right? Now if you pick the top two, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get Ajay and Venkat. Now in the Ajay and the Venkat, then your formula goes and says I'm looking for Eric. Well, where is Eric? That's why you get the blank, because there is no array here. You're getting the point. Now why I'm getting blank? Because in my top two values there is no array. In your case you are getting a value which is wrong, but still you are getting a value. The reason is because in your case in the top two values one was the array and one was someone else. So what it was doing is it was telling you the bigger number. Okay, so that was the reason you were actually getting a value. So what I mean to say is that if I change this number, for example, I'll just go and explain you here. Let's say here, just imagine your data, because I cannot go and change the data. It is my personal data. But imagine, let's say that Eric has a number of sales 5,000, and then there is another Eric, same Eric. I mean, he's been given a commission called, let's say, maybe uh, uh, maybe 400, and then we have one more array, same array. He earned $100 or 120, right? Now when you go and sort the data, what will happen? Eric will be on the top, and after that this person Ajay will be there because he has 3,000, and then of course we have then the Venkat, and after the Venkat, then blah blah blah, and Eric, these two Eric who earned who got 400 and 120 at some point in time, they must be here in the data, right? So obviously your top two rows will have one Eric as a 5,000 and then Ajay 3,030. So that means when you say equals to Eric, on those top rows you have found the Eric, and that's why you were able to see 5,000. But do you need the 5,000? No, you don't need the 5,000. You need 5,000 plus 400 because you want top two values of Eric, and that's why you are not getting $5,400. You are getting 5,000. You got the point. So now I'm going to tell you the solution. Okay, what is the solution? Basically you have to just go and uh, do some tweaking in your the formula. You will go with the same formula, but we will not use the top n in this way. We will not use the top n in this way because here you are actually getting the top values from the entire table. So first you have to go and make sure that it should give you the Eric only, and then in that array you should pick the top two items. You're getting the point. Okay, it's very simple. Look at this. Now I'm gonna just go and backspace this. Okay, what you do is you go here in the table. Don't use the filter here, not here. It's very interesting. You just go and use the top n here, because top n also returns a table, right? The top rows basically of a table. So you say that I want top two values. Okay, now don't provide the complete table here, just say that I want a filter table. Okay, I want a filter table, and now in my this table one I have an expression, and I'm going to say that I need a person who is going to give me what, who is going to give me, sorry, first of all I just go and write the name here. This table one name equals to Eric. You got the point. Now what happens, because you're using the filter inside the top n, so first it's gonna filter the Eric right, and then it's very interesting, and then it's gonna give you the two values. Now those two values you have to obviously go and provide this order by expression. So we want the commission, yes, and then ascending descending. So I want the top two, so descending is my case. If you want bottom, then you can use the ascending. Make sense? Once you're done with this, close the bracket, and now in the expression, it's just a formality actually. We have already done everything here, so I provide the expression called commission, this one. Now let's go and hit on the enter, and let's have a look here. Now what are you gonna get here? 340. Oh wow. So what is the Eric doing here? The top two values of Eric, you can see here, one is 300, okay, and one is 40. You have the answer. You got the point. If I have more Eric over here, then obviously I will have only the top two values here, 340, if they are the top, if they are the highest ones. You can do the testing here. If I put here one, let's say I just want the top one, so it should give me what? It should give me 300. Let's go and press enter. Let's go and check that. You see that? So we are done with this. Okay, so this is the proper DAX, and this was the problem you were actually creating, my dear subscriber. Okay, sorry, I forgot your name actually. Welcome back to my channel, and guys, from now onwards this channel will also have English videos, as you always wanted it to be, because initially I started the channel 3 years back in English only. You can still go and watch many Excel VBA the videos. All the playlists are there. It's an English title. However, for our Hindi viewers, we will still continue the same videos in Hindi also. So thank you so much, and if you have any problems in Power BI DAX or Power Query or VBA web scraping, advanced Excel VBA, Access VBA SQL, let me know about it. Thank you. Bye bye.